Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl Janine with Symphony Reads. How are you doing today? I tell you, sometimes using your phone as for your video, it can be a little challenging because every time the phone rings, I get cut off. So this is like take number 5, I think. But it's your girl Janine with Symphony Reads, and I'm just so happy to be with you today. And we love YouTube. We love that you are watching us on YouTube. We want to encourage you to also visit us on Facebook. We have a page there. We are Symphony Reads Ministry, or you can look us up by our, I guess, like username at Symphony Reads with an S. Always, we also we're on Instagram. And that's Symphony Reads as well. You can look us up that way. Um, Always, you can email us. We absolutely adore and love all emails. Symphony Reads with an S at gmail.com. That's Symphony Reads with an S at gmail.com. And you can also call us, and that's 240-681-9275. We'd love to hear from you that way as well. And just announcements wise, we still do, without fault or fail, every Saturday, every last Saturday of each month, the prayer partners, get together and pray for all of the prayer concerns that we've received for the entire month. Um, for the entire month, and it's still time to get that in there. You can just email us, you can call us, or you can visit us on, when you go to Symphony Reads, we have a closed group. Symphony Reads Prayer Group. That is the name of the group, Symphony Reads Prayer Group. And you do have to request to join, but once we receive the request, we will definitely approve your request. And there, on that group, I encourage you, if you have prayer concerns, something, whatever, it's going on and happening, you can also put your prayer request there. And that is also included at the end of the month when we do our collective prayer. And the beautiful thing about being in the prayer group is that there are members in there who are just simply ready. It's not about being a minister, or you have to have some role in the church. It's not even about that. These are people. It's not about title, but it's, people are in there, willing and ready to pray for the concerns that they see go across that page. And they may not always write out the prayer in a comment to your comment, but they may like what, if you see a like or some type of expression, that's their way of letting you know we're praying for you, we're there. And so we have that going on there. So I encourage you to use that. And, I encourage you to pray. Pray. These are uncertain times right now. So it's nothing wrong with private prayer between you and the Lord. It is nothing wrong with that at all. I encourage it 100%. It's no many amount of times that you can stop and pray in a day. If you do 10, whatever that number is, I encourage you to pray as much and long as you need to. But what I do tell people when they pray, some people think you have to uh, pray a certain way, have a style prayer, or, they're used to hearing prayer warriors pray in a certain way and think that they have to pray that way. And that's just that's false and untrue. And so there is no limit to how you pray. There is no real way on how you pray. It is a conversation between you and the Lord. It is you pouring out and talking to the Lord and giving him everything, whether it's giving him every ounce of praise for what he has done for you, or giving him every bit of worry and concern. that he can get you through. That is it. And how you do it, it doesn't have to be a long lengthy prayer, and it doesn't have to be necessarily a short prayer. It's whatever it's in your heart that you are sharing with the Lord. And there's just nothing off limits. Absolutely nothing off limits. So I just encourage that private prayer. But I also, there's nothing wrong with coming into groups like this, and just wanting to pray for one another, and encouraging one another, praising, because when we get praise reports, we pray that too. When we are, blessings God's name, and we are giving Him all honor and all praise for what He's doing in your life, my life, whoever's life. If we know, and so we believe in just praying down the heavens, and we enjoy, taking the concerns, not just our concerns, but everyone's concerns. And you don't have to be in this area. You can be wherever you are. We pray for you. We want to touch and agree and pray for you. We want to pray on your behalf. We want to pray for you. It's a blessing, and it's something that we take to heart. It's something that we take serious, and we believe. We believe in going to the source that can make the changes. We believe in going to the source that can make things happen that we just simply here on this earth cannot. And I will definitely say that I know, and I may not always talk about it, in depth of any sorts. But I do understand, and my team, we understand that these are uncertain times. We are in a pandemic. We understand what's happening with the coronavirus. We're very aware of the situation, and we still believe in prayer. We believe in, giving all that anxiety and worry to the Lord, and leaving it at His feet, and believe. And it's not just that we do that. We believe and know that change is coming. We believe that He not only hears us, but we know and we believe that He will answer each and every prayer. And so with that said, I know that there are many, many people who just are going through right now, and when I say going through, even people that I know who don't suffer with anxiety is having a level of anxiety right now, or who doesn't necessarily worry, or fall into those depressions. There's a spike in all of this, because there's a lot of uncertainty. Nobody knows or can give a clear, like, how long is this going to last, and that gives people, just not knowing, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of worry, and a lot of people every day. A lot of places are shut down. The country, the states, the world. Everybody is shutting down and trying to keep people in their homes, and that brings it sets of challenges, and worry, because we can't be necessarily with all of our family and all of our friends. We're home with our, the immediate family or the immediate friend that may live with us. And so, people have a lot of concerns with that. And my take is, one, you're not alone. You are not alone. Don't think that your thought, whatever that may be, is the wrong thought. You know what I'm saying? You have to acknowledge how you feel, period, and own that. And it's okay. That's how you feel. It's not too small, and it's not too big. And, everybody is dealing with what's happening in their own way and in their own right. You know what I mean? And it's just we're all affected on different levels. I do have friends that are on the front lines. They're nurses, they're doctors, they're on the front line, they're in the hospitals. Some of them can't come home. Some may be affected, and it's not just this area. I'm talking, this is all around. And I've talked to plenty of people in different areas, and just not the Washington, Maryland, Virginia area. I'm talking, I've talked to people in Pennsylvania. I have a couple of New Jersey friends that I've been in close contact with. Colorado Springs. I'm just, people in the UK, London. A couple of people in France I've, been talking with. Just all over South Carolina, North Carolina, Kentucky. I'm just, been in contact with a lot of people, in those conversations, they have expressed their worry. They've expressed, just the transition that is happening because, and just a lot of people are overwhelmed because now it's not just about being home. If you have kids, if you are a teacher to them because they still have work that they have to produce out. And I know for me, that has caused me a little stress, and not in a bad way. I try to explain to my kids, especially my twins, the best way I know how. And I see some of the, for me, the disconnect is the way that they're learning is just not the way I was taught growing up. So, I have to figure out, well, how are they teaching this to you, figure out these methods. I've had to look online to kind of understand better, the way that they're teaching them and try to teach it to them. And I'm blessed because I do have friends who are teachers that can help me break it down and explain it if I have to. My husband was a teacher, and so he's able to, really break things down and explain it, to them. So, and not everybody has that, and I get that. So, that is an adjustment, being with your loved ones, and it's nothing, wrong with it. It's just, it's an adjustment. And, there's a lot of people, freaking out about that. They have anxiety about that. They have a worry, a concern. Like, I'm just not a teacher, and, or I'm not really strong in math, or I'm not strong in, whatever this is. And I know here within Maryland, the kids were supposed to be out of school until March 27th, and now it's moved to April 24th. Virginia here has, closed schools for the rest of the year because of this pandemic. I think DC is also closed until April 24th, I believe, if I remember correctly. I know Maryland has pretty much closed down all businesses except for essential businesses. So, you still have the grocery stores open. Of course, the hospitals are open. And I'm not really sure what else they may consider. And I know the restaurants are still open doing the carry out, and so forth. Just what's essential to, that we may need. I know there's shortage of toilet paper just about everywhere. I don't think, a lot of places just, they don't have toilet paper. In the stores for you to buy. Paper towels is another thing that has, gone. Hand sanitizer, forget it. Bleach, forget it. Any type of Clorox wipe, disinfectant wipes, forget it. It's not there. It's gone. It's kaput. Water, I think, is another thing that slowly but surely have not seen a lot of. And if their stores still do have water available, then it's a cap on it. Toilet paper is the same way. They've put a cap on it. You could buy bread if it's still there and available, but I think a lot of stores has put a cap on that as well. So I mean, you know what I'm saying. So it's not like before. So and people have a lot of anxiety about that, and a lot of things have kicked in where people have hoarded a lot of things, and so now you have elderly people who need toilet paper and can't get it because it's just not there in the stores. Um, and so forth and what have you. So, you know, you just have anxieties on different levels. We have to keep the 6 feet away if we're going to be outside social distancing. So 6 feet away from people. I did notice in the grocery store here that they have the plexiglass up between the teller and you. The plexiglass is up. I did not see it in the self checkout lines, but it's definitely up in the regular lines. And that was something that they did last night because when I went to the store yesterday, that wasn't there. I was at the same store and it wasn't up. So to see that today, you know, and to see these changes happening and every day it's something new, something different, it's causing a lot of worry and a lot of anxiety in everyone. So, and it's okay to have these worries. It's okay to have these anxieties. Um, you know, we would all feel better to know how long is this going to last. When would things go back to normal? You know, I know I don't want to say worry, but you know, I've been in prayer for families that have been, you know, really affected, you know, because they've even been diagnosed, tested positive, whatever, with this virus. And, you know, just I'm praying for their families. I'm, you know, praying for those that they've been in contact with that now has to be tested as well. And, you know, so it's just a lot going on in this world. And so we notice when we take notice and we stand firm on God's love and protection. We stand firm on that, and we know and believe that God will get us through these times. And like I said before, we have to really open our ears and open our heart because I believe honestly, truly, that God is talking to us and trying to, you know, and He uses the Holy Spirit to talk to us, to help guide us through this. So it's not like, you know, but we have to be open to His word, and it's not just like I said before, a group of people or a state or you know, it's the world. This is the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not just him trying to talk to just you or just me. It's everybody. But we have to be open to hear that. And so, you know, I guess all of that is just to say we understand the changes that are going on and the concerns that are, you know, happening and, you know, trying to explain some of this to your kids if they're asking questions and you be, you know, as parents, we try to be as strong as we know how to be for our children. But, you know, when the kids go to sleep, that's probably as a parent when your worry kicks up a notch, you know, like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to be strong for them, but this is doing, this is wearing me down. People are losing their jobs, you know, and we have already, you know, as you know, people are losing their jobs, you know, people are trying to, you know, just in one way, the whole world is just literally shutting down. But because we're all home, you know, you're still getting those bill collector calls. I get that. You know, those calls are still coming in. Places understand what is happening, but if you don't reach out to them, they're not able to help you with your situation. And so, again, that's just another, you know, thing that we have to worry about. You know, I do know that I think it's in place where they can evict you from your home during this time. And I have to really read up on all of that. And but they're not supposed to be able to evict you from your home. You should still be able to have um, gas, water, electricity. That I know of, that they're delaying that, and in that, and I mean, it's just so many things, and unfortunately, some people are really running to the liquor stores that they have open. And I've joked with my friends, said they shouldn't close the liquor stores, and because people need to be able to take that anxiety. And that's just me joking, and my friends know. And if we're gonna run to someone or something, it should be to the Lord. That's who you run to. That's who you should be running to. So it's just like I said, it's a lot going on. Don't think you're alone in how you feel, and it's okay to express how you feel. And things are happening. If you lost your job because of this virus, if you're not able to get a job because the jobs can't, they can hire you, but they can't let you in. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation may be, just know that you're not alone. And it's okay. If you've lost something, it's okay to grieve that. Don't be afraid to grieve that. And I just want to make that perfectly clear. And we should, like I said, stay up on the news with what's happening, so that we are aware, and we know what's happening, especially within our areas of where we live. We should know that. And try to stay as healthy as possible. Wash your hands, gargle, with the salt water, and I say that because this hasn't stopped people from getting sick, and I don't mean necessarily with the virus. It hasn't stopped people from getting sick, with just a cold or flu. These people are still, getting sick every day. So these are the practices that we have to put in place. Wash your hands, and not, wash your hands. Don't be afraid to wipe the knobs off in the house. If you're dealing with your kids, wash your hands, hand sanitize. Do these things. If you are sick, put a mask on. The sick person, not the healthy person. The sick person should put a mask on. If you, the asthma, I know a lot of asthmatic people should definitely stay in the house at all, as much as possible, because, this can definitely affect them. And people who have respiratory issues and problems should stay in the house. The elderly, I know they have said that this has definitely affected them, and they should stay in the house. And like, again, I just say all that to say that it's very valid how you're feeling right now. I had to talk to my therapist, and I know therapists all over, just everywhere, have been inundated and been slammed, bam, 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 with, the worries of everyone else. But understand that they are human too. They have families too. They have their own worries and concerns, with their families. And so self-care is just very important right now. If that's taking a bath for you, if that's doing a little writing, if you have the little massager to massage your shoulders, or maybe your legs, your feet, on yourself, or get the kids to rub on your feet, take a bath. Self-care at this point is really get as the rest that you need. These are, very important things to keep up. And I'm not saying don't go to your therapist, and I think here everything is tele, so we have Zoom, and that's what they use. So that's how I'm able to talk to my therapist. She can see me, I can see her. That's how I talk to my psychiatrist. He can see me, I can see him. Be good with how you feel, and don't be afraid to express that. Don't try to bottle all of this stuff up inside of you, and that will do more damage than good. And if you have that type of stress that's going on, and stress is, rampant right now. So having that type of stress on you will break you down quicker, and you'll be more susceptible to catching a cold, or being sick, not feeling well, having headache, whatever. Stress can do a major bang up number on you, you know and we were already kind of under stress, and now this has definitely caused that to even be heightened more. So don't try to bottle your emotions, and be real. And if that's what the therapist, that's what therapist. If you have access to talk to your pastor, preacher, priest, whatever that may be, and or friend, family, don't be afraid to express just where you are and be okay with that. And I can't stress that enough. And I pray that we're going to get through this. Make no mistake about that. And but we're, it's not about trying to get through it alone. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be in that state of mind to pray for one another, to encourage one another, to lift one another up, and not be so quick trying to tear everybody down for just reasons. And if someone needs to cry, let them cry. If you need to cry, cry. It's okay to cry. There's no shame in crying. There's no shame in the way you feel. You know what I'm saying? It's just no shame in that. And you're valid. It's valid. It's a lot going on. It was a lot going on before this, and it's even more with this. You know what I'm saying? So just be encouraged and be uplifted, and just know that you are not alone in this, and we are here. And there are many other ministries, and I encourage you to link up with one that you feel comfortable with, and see what their online may be for a church service, online for a church service. I encourage everyone to stay home. If you don't have to be out there in these streets, then don't be out there in these streets. And I know we're all like that. If we're told to stay in, that's when we want to be out the most, and we don't know how to stand still. And hydrate yourself. Drink water. It's okay to drink other things, but make sure you're getting the proper amount of water in. Make sure you're getting the proper nutrients in. If you're unable, and try to get yourself on a routine, whatever that may be, and just put this as a new norm, and this is just what it has to be for today. If that helps keep you sane, then do it. I don't know what else. I mean, it's just so many things. So actually, I did not come on to spend that much time on that, but it's okay, because I just think it's absolutely needed in these times. And just know that we're on your side and we're here for you. And today's positive, I'm just going from today, which is the 26th, and I'll read it to you because I want to make a small point with that. Dreams deferred. It says, giving yourself the permission to dream takes courage. It is simpler to just accept what you're given. To dream the impossible dream is scary. You could set expectations you may fail to meet. Things you hope for may not turn out, and you may regret what happens. All of these are very real possible outcomes. Alternatively, you may just receive everything you had the courage to dream of. Don't let these times take your dreams. Don't let these times take your joy. Don't let these times says, oh, see, because I was trying to dream this big, look at all this happened. I can't get that job. You might not get that job right now, but the job is coming, because this is not going to be the way it is always. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to dream, because I try to live my life in not with the idea of, I don't like what if situations. In like, oh, well, what if I took that job? If that's the job I wanted and I dreamed for it, that's my dream, and that's what I'm seeking after. You know what I'm saying? What if I was with this person or that person. Count the blessings you have now. And don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid of that. And don't think that this is telling you, no, I can't dream right now. This is the time to still dream. You know what I'm saying? To still, be very, very hopeful, that you will get wherever it is you're trying to get. And that's part of that personal praying connection with God. So don't be afraid to dream. You know what I'm saying? We have seniors that are stressed out because maybe their dream was to graduate. Boo boos, y'all going to graduate because they're going to figure this. They're going to figure this out. And boo boos, y'all going to graduate. They're going to figure this out. Y'all going to, still be able to graduate. How that looks right now, I don't know. But don't be afraid to dream. I'm dreaming of a job that I'm going to have. And it's not even a job. I'm dreaming of a career. So I'm looking long term. And, am I hired right now? Absolutely not. But I'm encouraged and I know it's going to happen. I'm not going to stop my dream of what it is I'm trying to go, what it is I'm trying to do because of certain of current circumstances is what I'm trying to say. So don't be afraid to dream, whatever that dream is. If your dream is to have your own business doing whatever that specialty is, don't be afraid to dream that. Don't be afraid to write it down and to, share that, with, and it don't have to be the whole world. You can share with that, that one person that you could just tell those type things to. But don't be afraid and don't limit the dream. You don't have to limit your dream. You know what I'm saying? Do not do that. No, 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 no. Because by limiting and saying, oh, I can't dream right now because of all of this that's going on, that me dreaming of the things that I want out of life and the things I want to do, it's me being selfish. I shouldn't want this right now. Stop it. Stop it, 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 stop it. Dream your dream. It will happen. I'm confident in it happening. And, by saying, oh, I can't do this because of this, don't limit God. I've watched doors open that were seriously closed and locked, and you couldn't get in. But I've watched God come in and open those doors, open the windows of opportunity. I've seen people lose their jobs, in past in ways they lost their jobs. And they were like, I don't know what to do. And I saw the revival of getting jobs and careers. And it was way more than what it was when they had. So, we don't limit God and what he's capable of, because we know he is capable of everything, all things. Nothing is too big for him. Nothing is too great. Dream your dream. And it's okay to tell God your dreams, because I believe they're going to come true. You don't have to stop dreaming because of what's happening right now. You don't have to stop believing because of what's happening right now. This is the time to dream more. This is the time to believe more. This is the time to seek God's face for all and everything that we have to do. And that's honestly just what I wanted to share with you. So don't be afraid to dream. Pray always. Keep connected with God. He wants to hear from you. He revels in that. He really wants to hear from you. He wants our prayers, our concerns, our praise. He wants that. He encourages it. He wants us to do it. And I would be amiss if I didn't tell you that. So, don't be afraid to dream. It's okay during these times to feel different in certain ways. And it's also important to acknowledge that if this is how you feel, this is how you feel. And be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because these troubles won't last always. They won't last always. They will not last always. And let's touch and agree that God got this. He's a way maker, a miracle worker. He's a healer. He's an awesome God. Yes, and I know that comes from a song, so I get that. But it's true. You need him. I need him. We need him. Don't be afraid to go to him with whatever it is going on in your life. Even if this is just the main thing going on in your life right now, never be afraid to go to God and to, you know, unload that burden, because he never meant for us to carry these burdens that we carry. So be blessed. Try not to be stressed. And like I said, please visit us. We would love to hear from you. Give us a call, 240-681-9275. Email us, Stephanie Reads with an S at gmail.com. Visit us on Facebook, Stephanie Reads Ministry. You can look us up. You can, like I said, join the prayer group. We would love to have you as a member of the prayer group. Always on YouTube. I'm going to try better, to get back on and doing what we do. I am in the works of doing another page. But hopefully I'm going to post this one, but I'm going to also post another one because I think my husband's going to join me, and we're going to just talk about relationships and kind of, you've always heard maybe me talk about relationships and certain relationships, but hopefully we can get, with our relationship and what that looks like for us, and, just something to uplift. And, we're here for you, and we want you to know that we love you very, very much. God loves you, so it's okay to love yourself. And like I said, if you have any questions, concerns, maybe there's a video you would like for me to post or to do in the post, I would love to, do that. If you want to have a question answer type thing, we can do that as well. And how we can be a resources. We can get you to the resources that you need. So be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, and we'll see you next time.